Are we live? Let's see. It says we're live. Hi, everyone. Yeah. If we haven't met yet, my name is Jerrel Dulay. I'm the developer of the Silver Falls games. It's lovely to meet you. And for everyone that's, we've been playing Silver Falls together for a while. Thanks for coming by to hang out at the live stream, and thanks for supporting the game series. Alright, so to get things started, I've just made myself a nice hot apple cider. I just got to add one more ingredient here. Just a moment. I got this nice sugar-free syrup. It's a nice, it says it's organic Canadian maple taste. I'm not real fussed. You know, you just want some nice maple syrup. Let's see here. I'm going to eyeball it here. You kind of probably want a tablespoon, but that looks like a tablespoon to me. Okay, then. Please check this out at your local grocers. Alright. Just having myself a nice hot apple cider. I'm starting with the base low sugar apple juice, and I add about 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon sugar. You'll want to put orange zest. I ran out of oranges. I had some tangerines, so I used tangerine zest today. You can use a freshly squeezed lemon. You don't have to put the whole lemon in there, just a bit of lemon. Let's see here. Want to heat that up, then you'll add a clove. You'll mix it up for a minute or two. You want to take the clove out. You don't want the clove to taste too strong. And you can add a little bit of that maple syrup in there. Okay, let's see how this tastes. Oh, it smells like Christmas to me. Okay then. Set my tablespoon aside. Hey everyone, good to see you again. And some good hot apple cider. Angry Orchard, nice. Yeah, no, this is non-alcoholic, of course. Just a nice hot apple cider to enjoy on a cold day. It's a bit cold today in Australia. Good to see you all. Hey, Wish Up Channel, how's it going? So, what I'll be working on today is some sculpting. I'll be creating a monster for Undertakers on Wii U. And it's a bit funny that Undertakers has the acronym just U on its own. If you didn't know any better, you would think Undertakers was meant to be an exclusive Wii U title because it would have been Silver Falls U. You would think that. Anyway, today I'll be using my Wacom Intuos 4. Again, I've got one with the screen built in, the Cintiq, but I think for a stream it's kind of boring if I'm just looking down like this the whole time. And so I'll use the Intuos 4 so that I can sort of make eye contact, and I can keep an eye on the chat and hang out with everyone. Okay, let me just move the chat there. Oh, yeah, Steven, you guys were talking about the temperature over there. Yeah, you know what? It's not miserably cold here, so I'm okay with it. It's not that bad. Yeah, and then we'll work on some of the programming. We'll have a behind-the-look scenes at Undertakers today for the Wii U, explaining some of the adjustments I've had to make. I've already sent the game through to them, but now I'm preparing the launch day version of Undertakers for the Wii U, and I want to add a few more features for the multiplayer mode as well, so we'll work on it there. Let's see here. So I've got two styli here, which I suppose is the plural for stylus, and you can put colored rings on the stylus as well, so you can remember which nibs you have on the tips there. And I've got a second one just here as well. Now, if you have a look, I don't know if you'll be able to focus on the camera, but the nib there is quite worn out. You see, it's quite pointy. That's not very good. I actually just picked up a fresh batch of nibs here, so I'll go ahead and replace that just now, and we can have a look at the process. So on your Wacom case, you've got a little grabbing tool here. It's a little ring. So you just got to pinchy mechanism like that. So you'll just insert the nib, you use the pinchy bit, there you go. You've removed the nib, which has been worn out. Set that aside. Got this new pack here. I'll just open this up and we'll get a fresh, nice nib on there. Just sticker on the back. Fantastic. Okay, that could have been a little more pleasant opening experience. Alright, we've got our nibs. I'll use this to kill a sea turtle later. Alright, and here we are. We just want the one. And there we go. Very easy. You'll take the nib, drop that back in there. Now it's got a nice fresh nib. It's clean. It's just the right round shape. The reason why you have to replace them is these are felt, so they do wear out over time, but they give you more control over the drawing surface. So that really helps, especially if you're doing line work with artwork. It's 95 now. Yesterday was 105. Yikes. That's hot. Alright. Let's have a sip of our apple cider, everyone. Okay then. Alright, let's get started on our work here. So I've just got the tablet sitting on my lap. I'm using Sculptress. This is an old program. I like using it. I'm used to it. It's part of my workflow. If anyone would like to try it themselves, it's free, so you can grab Sculptures for free. Let's see here. I'll hold Shift here, and that will actually push in on those instead of pulling out here. Let's see. Just flatten that a bit. Okay. Actually, for right now, I'm not doing high precision work. I'm going to switch to the plastic nib, which will give less friction on that. Okay. Where's my grab tool here? Okay, let's just go ahead and grab that. And you can see we instantly have a ton more triangles to give us a smoother shape. Okay then. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to have a portion of this creature that's animated that I won't be creating that component in Sculptor, so I'll just use some other modeling program. You know, you could use Blender or Maya, as I'm going to have an eyeball in there, and I just need a round shape to drop on in there, and I can animate that and rotate it around as needed in Unity, in Engine. So for Undertakers for Wii U, the story is going to be the same. Game A is going to be the same. Game B is pretty much the same, but the main difference is there's a new game mode called Survivors, and that's a multiplayer mode where up to 4 people can play as human characters, and one player uses the gamepad to spawn Undertakers, and they can control where they put them, and there's going to be a couple of enemy types, so you'll be able to control which enemies you spawn as well. So your goal is to try to defeat the humans. Mike, how's it going? Good to see you. Thanks for joining the stream. So yeah, and I'm considering in a future update for Undertakers on the Wii U, if it goes well, and if there is interest in terms of sales, and if we're getting people playing it, I would be interested in adding a new game mode that has a bit more story, where you play as Fred through a portion of some environment. So we'll see how we go with that. Let's see. Now I want to start giving this guy some nubs, right? Right now that says basic eye hole, and now I would like him to have some bits that come out the back. So we'll go ahead, we'll start, let's see, I'll have some underneath bits, like that. Look that up, then we'll just grab that later. Oh yeah, thanks, I'll have to do a face reveal for that first 1,000 subscribers. Oh, thanks. Well, I'm part of the 3DS community. I'm a massive 3DS fan. I'm sure anyone can tell that. It might be my favorite console, the 3DS. And I didn't think that for many years because I loved the Super Nintendo growing up. I'm a massive PlayStation 1 fan. For the longest time, I didn't want to acknowledge that PlayStation 2 was better than PlayStation 1 because I grew up playing games like, you know, the Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9. I had Tomba 2, you had the Silent Hills, you had the Resident Evils. But the PlayStation 2, that's a fantastic console, you know, so I was a bit torn for many years, you know. I would always say, no, I like the PlayStation 1 better. But these days I'm sort of thinking the 3DS might be my favorite console. And part of that has to do with not just the community. The community's so great and positive about the 3DS, but it has access to the Virtual Console, which lets you play games from what do we got? We have Genesis games on there. We have what, Master System. We have some TurboGrafx 16 games, NES, you know, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Super Nintendo. We've got access to a ton of different platforms with the 3DS. That's incredible, right? That's pretty fantastic. So I'm a big fan of that, and I think that's probably why 3DS has become my favorite console, really. So, hey, Robocoop, how's it going? Oh no, Steven, your butt hurt that PS2 outsold the GameCube and Dreamcast. Look, all the consoles are they're really special and fantastic in their own way, you know. And something that I've really been thinking about is the relationship that we form with the media that we're interacting with. That's extremely important, you know. Media doesn't just exist on its own. It exists because we are there to perceive it and to form a relationship with it. And we feel differently, say for example, about a DS game than we would about a Wii game or a PlayStation game, and that's because of the way that we engage with that media. We form a particular relationship with that media because we engage with it in a certain way, and there's a physicality to it. And that's very important to consider when you're developing a game. And I feel that's why a lot of games that have been launching with the focus on cross-platform and multi-platform, they lack a special kind of identity that, say, for example, a DS game would have. Because a DS game, in general, you couldn't just take a DS game and put it on another console. They had so much identity to them. And that's something that I'm really considering with my games. It's more important that I give people an interesting and unique way to interact with whatever I make. You know, I don't want to just make, you know, a game that I can copy and paste onto a ton of platforms just to try to get money out of it. I would rather try to create a unique experience. Okay, don't want to stuff that. Okay, I'm going to start grabbing and inflating this guy. There we go. And then this is our basic shape, but I'll start giving him some gross veins in a little bit. We haven't saved in a while. Let's go ahead and Control S that guy. What is that? The monster he's making? It's my ex-girlfriend's true form. Needs probably like big, scary, you know, tentacles and, you know, tons of teeth, you know, to really look scary. I'm afraid this thing's going to end up looking really cute, you know? So this probably won't be one of the scary ones. It's probably going to end up being adorable. Sorry. We need the Miiverse back. No, this time it's not a horse. I know a couple of our monsters end up looking like horses. This one's gonna, you'll see. Actually, if you played Undertakers on the 3DS, you'll know exactly what this is. Probably pretty soon. You're gonna notice, you'll figure out, you'll probably recognize the shape. So yeah, Mike, I do have 4 games coming to the 3DS, and oh man, it's a ton of work. You know, anyone that's used Unity for 3DS or heard about it, it's a nightmare. It's so tough to work because it's broken. So the fact that I told Nintendo, hey, I'll make 3 more games for the 3DS, you know, they kind of looked at me and they said, okay, all right, if you, okay. So you know, I'm gonna power through it. I think I've learned enough with my previous projects that I should be able to get through and get these 3DS games onto the eShop without too much problems. And I'm very excited about Gaiden because I'm packaging multiple canceled projects into that. So it's actually going to end up being 3 games in one. Gaiden Deathly Delusion Destroyers, which is, you know, pretty cool because it's got a theme of 3, you know, for 3DS. So I think that's fantastic. So again, when you want to make a monster kind of more scary, the main trick is to just keep adding more detail. The more detailed something is, the more uncanny it becomes. The less people will be able to fill in the blanks and sort of, in their minds, make it something safe. Once you have like tons of veins and too much muscular definition, it's kind of upsetting to look at, which is what you want for a monster. Okay, so we have these tendrils. I'm going to start inflating some parts, and then the inflate tool is something that can actually cause problems pretty quickly. I may have left the clove in my apple cider for too long. Clove is very powerful, and if you're not careful, you can make your drink have a very strange numbing effect that will make your mouth feel numb. So you don't want to leave the clove in your apple cider for too long. Even a minute or so and mixing it around, that should be enough. Hey LTV, how's it going? Thanks for joining a stream. You know, I suspect I'll be using my 3DS for years to come. There's a lot that we can do with it unofficially. So I suspect I'll be using mine for many years, and I hope people will be using theirs for years to come as well. What people have been saying is, I've been receiving messages from people saying that they've used some program to package Galaxy Bound Curse, our Game Boy Color game, and then they're able to create a file that installs it onto their 3DS, and they've got the icon, you know, sitting on the screen. And you know, that sounds really cool because I'm working on projects for other platforms that I haven't announced yet that I'll be sharing in the future, that people will be able to do that as well. They'll be able to install my games as homebrew on the 3DS. So even after the eShop ends, we'll still be able to enjoy that platform, I think. Man, that's good apple cider. I really need a hot plate to sit this on, you know? I don't like to drink my beverages too quickly. I like to just sip and enjoy the taste. You know what's a bummer? Nintendo didn't put any Virtual Boy games on the 3DS. I would have loved that. It's perfectly set up for it, don't you think? It's got the 3D stereoscopic. You're not locked into a black and white or black and red screen, so it wouldn't have the same nauseating effect as sticking your head in a headset. It's a real shame that they didn't sort of tap into that. I think it would have been really fantastic. Okay, so we want to make it look like these things are really sprouting out of there, okay? I'm just being careful with my poly count. I don't want to create a pinch. That can cause some serious issues. So what I will do now is use my reduce brush. I recently saw, I watched some videos on it. I've seen two options for emulators for the Virtual Boy on the 3DS, and unfortunately they don't run, they're not really playable, which is a real shame, because, like, for example, I saw Mario Tennis running on the 3DS. Is it Mario's Tennis? And just seeing a Virtual Boy game run on there was really cool, you know, but it just wasn't playable frame rates and playable compatibility, so that's a real bummer. Yeah, it does look like there's hands. I think I'm going to tap into that more. I'm going to lean into that, and I'll further define it. It just looks pretty gross, doesn't it? But Luna Knights, I suspect Luna Knights you're going to figure out what this is pretty quickly since you've played Undertakers. Excuse me. Oh, Robocoop. Do you know these consoles inside out, or do you just understand the limitations of the hardware and how to develop around them? So I'm not an engineer, and I don't understand the inner workings of the consoles. My experience with the consoles comes from brute force trial and error, and that's thousands of hours working, failing, and then figuring out a way around that failure to make something work. So that's where my knowledge base comes from. I don't have a deep understanding of the hardware or the platform itself. All my stuff that I know is just trial and error. Oh no, Steven. Oh, well, you know more about history than I do, by far. Himura, hi, how's it going? Thanks for joining the stream. Or making some monsters. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is a stage that I like to think of as decutify. All of these sculptures always start out quite cute. So what I'm going to do now is make it less cute. I just need to make sure that I can fit a round eyeball on the inside, no matter what shape it turns out. Okay. Let's see here. We want to decutify this guy. Dang. Oh, this is an adorable shape. It's going to be problematic trying to make this not cute. Oh, he has a little belly too. Oh no. This is going to be a struggle. That's going to be an eyeball in there later on. Oh, we got to do something to make this guy not adorable. What are we going to do here, guys? Let's see. Have you read Reggie's book? I haven't. Reggie is the coolest person ever, I think? Yeah, he must be. So, what a cool guy. Have you read his book? Okay. Okay, here. Alright, what we want to do now, we're gonna, oh no, he's got an adorable mustache. What have I done? Oh no. Oh no, he's adorable. Oh, what have I done? I don't know what I can do about this adorable mustache now. Put a substash underneath it? Will that make it less cute? I'll try substash, see what happens. Okay. What's happening here? Okay, something's happening here. This has gone weird. Okay, I'll try let's save this. And let's try our grab tool. What can I do about this shape to make it less cute? Things that are generally round are considered adorable and cute, so let's try and squish this down a bit. Okay, something's going on here. I think I've got a key that's stuck being pressed because it's not functioning correctly. I'm going to unplug my tablet, plug it back in. Actually, I've never played, what's that game? The one with the... I know the reference you're making, Steven, the funny little... The funny space, explorers. The Space Minions? Is that what it's... Is that what they are? Is a spin-off of Minions? I've never played it. Among Us. Okay, yeah. Cool, cool, cool. Oh no, how do I make this not adorable? What have I done? What have I done? Crap. Ooh, pardon my French. I've caved him a mustache. I'm just gonna start making him veiny. I'm gonna make him a real veiny boy, and I'm gonna hope that's gonna do the trick. Okay, what? It's being weird again. It's being real weird. Let's see. I think I've got a button that's getting stuck on my Yeah, something's weird with my tablet. Oh, is that what I've done? I think that should fix it. What? No, what's going on here? I'll start producing these. Let's see. What's going on with my tablet? Huh. Very strange. Yeah. What if I invert? Will that... Okay, something's going on with my tablet here. I'm just gonna mouse it for a while so I don't bore people. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna give him some veins and see what happens here. Okay. Okay, something's up. Something is definitely up. Let's go ahead and I'm just gonna close the program and open it again. How about that? It just stopped working. You guys see that? It's just stopped working properly. Okay. Scope. Well, we better enjoy our apple cider before it gets cold. Okay. It's working. I should have just closed the program to begin with. Is that sus? Is that what people say when they're playing Among Us? Okay. Alright, I'm gonna try this again. Look, this is where it broke all the other times. When I tried to give him a sub stash, it wouldn't. Okay, it's working now. Okay. I'll turn off the clay mode. Clay mode makes it sort of flat. Okay, that's not. It's not what I thought was going to happen. I just want to give him eye folds. You know, like he's not sleeping well. We'll see how it goes. I'll start carving veins in, and then it'll be different. Things will be different. I promise. Okay. What we'll do is start making some veins that run along the creature. There we go, like that. Make it plug right into his eye holder, his eye hole. Okay, like that. There we go. Like that. There we go. Okay, and then once we start indenting it, it's going to look a little more upsetting, I think. We'll do that step next. Yeah, that's nice apple cider. Oh, hi Vivian. We are working on a creature. So this is actually something that players would have encountered in Undertakers for the 3DS. So I'm working on Undertakers for the Wii U now. So it has the same story mode, it has the same Game A and Game B, but there's a new game mode called Survivors for Undertakers on the Wii U. And that's where up to 4 players can play as human characters. They'll fight against one player who uses the gamepad, and the player on the gamepad will be able to control where the monsters spawn. And yeah, there's going to be some fun random mechanics in terms of when you start a fight, there's a wheel that spins and it gives a random boost to either the Undertakers or the humans, and it really changes the game up and how you play. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be the kind of things that makes siblings fight with each other, probably, which is my goal at the end of the day. What happened there? What was that? I'm gonna go ahead and just use that. There we go. We want to make him less round, less cuddly. I wouldn't mind a plushie of this guy because he's still adorable for the time being. So we're trying to make him less adorable. Right, there we go. Yep. Okay. All right, we're getting somewhere, everyone. We're getting somewhere. More. Thanks. Yeah. I love the gamepad. It's so bad. You know, I don't know why my cadence was like that. I really enjoyed, Nintendo Land on the Wii U. I really liked the asymmetrical gameplay, and so I would love to keep trying to bring interesting and new ideas like that to the gamepad. I do have some ideas for Gaiden on the Wii U, and that's going to be our final Wii U game. So, but White Inside Its Umbra, I think people are going to have a lot of fun with that. I really tried to be creative and come up with ideas that haven't been done before, and we, realistically, we'll probably never get the opportunity to execute ideas like this in a game ever again, because the Wii U is so unique. There's really no other console that can do what the Wii U does. And so I think I achieved some experiences on the Wii U that we're not going to be able to do again. And I'm so excited for people to play through White Inside Its Umbra, because as a gamer, it's very exciting for me because I know that I've created something that we haven't seen before. And we're not going to see it again. And I created something that made me excited when I was playing through, and I thought, man, people are just going to get such a kick out of this. And so that's what I'm really looking forward to, is just, people find it just exciting. Yeah. I think Nintendo Land is something that I think it ages pretty well. I think you could bring a friend over who's never seen the Wii U, and you can play some Nintendo Land with them, and they would get it. They would get what the console's about. Having the asymmetrical gameplay is really, that's what's special. I suppose you could do a multiplayer game with Switch, where each player has their own Switch, and then you play asymmetrically. That's one way you could sort of implement something like Nintendo Land, but that's an expensive way to do it, It's good apple cider. There's a lot of cinnamon sugar left over at the bottom. I think I'm going to run that through a strainer next time. Yeah, how didn't Twilight Princess HD get ported to the Switch? What's up with that? Alright, I'm gonna start carving it up and making them gross. Okay, so this is our eye hole, right? I'm going to reshape it in a little bit, but now I'm just going to carve this up a little. And then we'll soften that in a little bit. And this enemy, you generally, in the mode that he's going to be in, you're really only going to see him from a distance. But the idea is, you create a high poly count version, you reduce it, and then when you need the high poly count version, you'll have it on hand. If you need it for marketing, for pre-renders, or if in the future we have 8K gaming, then I'll have this very high quality model ready to roll. So here's where you need to add extra details to really make it, make sense. I'll add, some texture in there and whatnot. But again, that's work that you can do with normal mapping, and you can have a lower poly count model, which always is better for performance. So I'm just going to give them a little bit of like a bone definition back here. How about that? Some spine. Give them some spine. That's too much spine. I'll fix it up. There we go, like that. And like that. Like that. And I'm going to look at the reference image. I think he's supposed to have teeth in this eyeball as well, so I better pay attention to that. He's got to have teeth there. All right, let's go ahead and I'm going to flatten this a little. About that. We'll zoom in, we'll reduce this guy. There we go. Ooh, a spine going just there. Yeah. Flatten that. Flatten. 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 Okay, so that's making a little bit of sense there. I might inflate that. It's a little small. Having small details like that can end up making something look kind of cute. I'm just going to inflate it now. Go. Yeah, Zombie U is really fantastic. It really showed what we could have achieved with the Wii U in terms of being creative. See, I'm pinching my polygons there, which is bad, so I want to avoid that. I'll start reducing that now. I'm pinching polygons in there, which is bad. So I want to reduce and then try and get that pinch out of there. I'll try and smooth that and see if I can fix it. Actually, no, this is really bad. This is a bad situation I've gotten myself into. I'm just going to undo a few times. Yeah, you've got to pay attention when your polygons start pinching like that. It's a little slow to undo because it's a high poly count. Okay, that should be okay. I haven't pinched anything in there, have I? Okay, I'm going to reduce the poly count now. The poly count. I'm going to reduce the poly count now. And that'll help avoid the pinching issue. Okay. Actually, the whole model needs a once-over with reduced brush, so I'm just going to clean that up, and then I'm going to make him a veiny, veiny boy. I'm going to give him his teeth out in the front. What can I do about this adorable mustache? Oh, no. Zombie U is... I really wished more games used the gamepad like Zombie U did, you know? Right. I'm quite worried about the effect that long-term high humidity, moisture content in the air, you know, and storing your consoles. You know, I'm quite concerned with when you have a console and you're storing it somewhere. I worry about those sort of things. You know, what impact is that having on the console? Especially my lens reader on my Wii U, I think, might be on the way out. Pardon me. And then we can always save polygons by reducing the inside of your eye hole. So, oh yeah, our Kickstarter campaign was a success. So, thank you everyone. I'm very excited about making some games for the Pokemon Mini. So, it's really just, you know, it's all thanks to the people who supported the project, who spread the word, who shared our campaign with everyone. I'm so appreciative of everyone for helping us make that a success, and it's an opportunity. Again, it's a celebration of Nintendo. We all love Nintendo. We all grew up with Nintendo. And it's a way to celebrate the legacy of Nintendo and this cool little console that never really had a shot, you know. So I'm hoping to make a few games for that. I've actually got a couple different ideas, and I really need to wait until I get the hardware in hand before I can run my real tests on that. Kickstarter, you know, the soccer team, the Kickstarters, the New England Kickstarters. Yeah, go Kickstarters! I'm pretty sure this guy's supposed to have 2 teeth right here. So let me think here. I'm not sure if I want to. Okay. I'm just thinking about how I want to do it. Let's go ahead and... Oops. Yeah, I'll put it in here like this. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, we want to have it sort of... Okay, let's give him some more veins like that. Okay. Sensitivity is a bit low on my tablet. You can actually specify sensitivity per stylus, so you can set this sensitivity to be high, this sensitivity to be low, and you can, you know, it's good to swap back and forth. I actually really like the control wheel on my Intuos 4. You can see as I rotate the control wheel, I can zoom in and out. You can assign it to other functions as well. You can cycle layers, brush size. You can see I can adjust the brush size like so, and you can also rotate. That's more of a, you know, a drawing program thing. What is the Codemon? I'm not a big Doom player. I haven't really played Doom. Okay, there we go. We got something like that. Alrighty. Now what we want to do is build up muscle mass around that, so it's kind of gross looking. We need some grotesqueness. And then we'll flatten this here like so. Flatten. Flatten, 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 flatten. Alrighty. And then we'll put I'm looking at the proportions of this. No, I'd like it to be a little bigger, so I'll just zoom in on that. Uh-oh. Zoom in. Nope. Alt. It's the flying red meatball. I better look that up. What's that look like? Codemon. Oh, that's adorable. That's an adorable creature. Oh no, this won't look like that. No. This guy's mostly eyeball. Okay, let's... I want to inflate this. Oh, I go on brush size. There we go. Yeah, I'll have that on there for a bit. Okay. Yeah, proportions has a lot to do with a very technical scientific term called adorability. You know, when something has big round eyeballs, its proportions contribute to its adorability. So, in the same way, your proportions can make things like horrifying and ugly, or grotesque. Okay, I want to make this a nice sharp tooth. All right, how's this looking here? Oop. Oh yeah, I've switched that. That's my brush size. Let's go ahead and switch that back to zoom. Okay, I want that bigger. Grab this, make it gross. There we go. 'Cause this eyeball's got to be in there. You know, you got to have the flesh holding the eyeball in place. Let's grab it like that. Grab it like that. Zoom in. I'm gonna drag this tooth right on down. There we go. There we go. That's it. There we go. Nice. Good job. Okay, so his eyeball's gonna be inside. He's got two. Oh no, this looks adorable. What have I done? Ah, these teeth look adorable. Dang it. Yeah, I searched Codemon on Google and the first thing that came up was a plushie. That's adorable. Oh man, what have I done? Well, look, this is just how it is, alright? If this guy ends up adorable, that's too bad. In concept, he was adorable to begin with. You can only fight it so much, really. What have I done? What have I done? He's cute. No, the more I do, the cuter it gets. I'm just gonna leave it. We're gonna pinch this and leave it. Shoot. Shoot fire. Yeah, you know, Monster Dong, you're absolutely right. It doesn't matter what you think or what you believe in. Flying eyeballs are cute. Any kind of eyeball monster, it's gonna be cute. And I don't know why I thought I could fight the system. I guess maybe I'm becoming arrogant, and I think that I can make an adorable, a non-adorable eyeball monster. But this is my moment of hubris, and I understand now that eyeball monsters are cute, all of them, and there's nothing you can do to fight that. What have I done? Why is it so cute? Uh-oh. No, 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 no. Don't crash, don't you dare crash. I think it crashed. Okay then. I think Sculptress keeps a backup for you if it crashes. Thank you, Sculptress. This is why I like Sculptress. It crashed, but it saved my work for me. Cool, cool. Now I'll just save it properly. Let it be known that I would never willingly remove a mustache. So that mustache stays. Monster Dong, I'm a big Monster Rancher fan, so yeah, you know, it's nice making Suezo forcefully combining him with your other monsters to create new ones. You know, it's a horrifying, terrible existence, wrought with fear and a sense of desperation to hopefully your rancher doesn't notice you, or they may just combine you with a creature, and you lose all sense of who you are and what you are. What even am I? Yeah, exactly. Don't worry, it saved your progress even though it crashed. Alright, let's go ahead and reduce. We gotta start reducing here. See, it doesn't matter if you've only got like 3 polygons on the inside. You don't see that anyway. I'm gonna fill that with an eyeball later. Okay. I'm gonna make him veinier later on. Okay, and I want to extend his tentacles. Right now the tentacles are adorable. They're very short. I haven't worked on them enough yet. Adorable mustache. That's just how it is. Let's see here. What if I'm just going to experiment here. What if I went like that? Oh no, now he looks happy. Oh no. Well, that's just how it is now. Oh no, it's more adorable. What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh yeah, floating eye from Final Fantasy. Those are adorable too. What is it about flying eyeballs? We've stumbled on something. We really have. I think we found the monster that cannot be scary. The monster that's cursed to being cute. Let me use my grab tool here. Okay, so what I want to do now is make a more grotesque attachment for the tentacles, and I'm going to extend my tentacles. Let me grab these tentacles here. Grab these tentacles. Longer tentacles, please. I might physics animate these. I'll just see how Wii U does in performance. It'd be nice to physics animate these. Actually, going to just spread them apart a little bit so it's easier for rigging accuracy. I don't want tentacles too close. It's just going to complicate the rigging process because the bones from one tentacle might influence another one if they're too close. I can already tell they're too close. This is going to be a little annoying for me to rig, but that's life now. That's just how it is. Okay, I'm looking at my tentacles. I'm looking at them. I'm looking at them. I think if you're the eyeball monster, you're kind of cursed to being the mascot because you're just going to be adorable. Unless like a Mochi shows up and says, I'm the Pikachu for this franchise. Love me. Gotta love me. I'm the baby. Okay, I think that's enough. Right. Hold on. See, that it's gonna be like that. Far away from the camera, really. See, I've never found Dr. Eggman scary. I've always found him strangely adorable because he's so round. Things that are round are adorable, you know? Baby chick, adorable. Beach balls, adorable, I guess? Mochi from Monster Rancher, he's round. He's adorable. Oh no, my tentacles are getting too close. Darn, I wasn't paying attention. Don't want to make my rigging process annoying. Okay. I'm kind of looking at it. I'm thinking... Right, oop, too far. I'm thinking... I'm going to make them a little longer. Just a little bit. Saving this time. Control S. Oh, yeah. I saw that, Monster Dong. Yeah. Robotnik was originally... Wasn't he wearing, like, pajamas in the concept art? Oh, that's adorable. Okay, that's probably... Okay, I'm going to inflate these now, because you can see there's polygons are stretched real thin, so I'm just going to inflate them, and then I'll reduce them. Here we go. Inflate. So when you're designing a creature, you have to keep in mind how far it's going to be from the camera, where it's going to be viewed from. I know this one's going to be viewed far from the camera. Those tentacles are a bit too thin. He carried a pillow. That's adorable. Yeah. Has anyone modded? I know there's a ton of Sonic the Hedgehog hacks on the Genesis. Has anyone modded Robotnik back into his concept art form where he has the pillow? I'd play that. That's the only thing that's changed about the game. Is Dr. Robotnik has his little pillow and he's in his pajamas. Oops. A little too chunky. I'm gonna need to smoothen that. You can see that triangles are stretched real thin there. I want them tendrily. There we go. I want your tendrils to be tendrily at the bottom. It's good to have them bulbous at the bottom. You know, it gives them a nice fleshy look. Okay, and then of course I want to work on the connection to the body as well. We did like the look of the hand. It looked like hands grabbing him. So there we go. So this guy's actually going to crawl along the ground. Oh, Ezekiel. So Wii U on the Undertakers on Wii U will have the same graphics as the 3DS. The game's going to be the same for Game A and Game B for the story mode, but there's a new game mode that uses modern graphics. So the new game mode is a multiplayer versus mode called Survivorses. So that's what we have the modern graphics for. And we'll see in the future if Nintendo lets us, if they let us make a portion of like a playable story mode with the new graphics. We'll see, because Nintendo's kind of said like you need to have your content in on launch day, and those are the core features, you know. So we'll see how we go. All right, so we're going to fill in this area a bit. We want to work on the shape of the tentacles attaching to the body so they look better. And I'm just trying to... Actually, before I do that, I'll see if I can fix these stretched tendrils here. I'm going to smooth. Man, my polygons are... real stretched here. I'm not happy right now with how my polygons are going. No, I don't like that. Oh, this is the Vicarious Brothers theme music playing right now. Yeah, sort of like a Game C, yeah. Well, actually, I don't want to use the word Game C because if I'm able to add more story content, I'd like to call it Game C or like, a different story mode. I'm pinching polygons there. You see, that's very bad. I better undo. That would ruin the model. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It didn't undo back enough. This is problematic. See if I can reduce that and fix it. Please fix. Uh-oh. This is not good. I'll try smoothing it out. Oh, sorry. Smooth. Yikes. I subdivided all. This could be problematic. We may have ruined our model here, everyone. Smooth, smooth. Okay, did we fix it? Let's see. Reduce. Oh, hold on. Reduce. Sorry, reduce brush. Symmetry, wireframe. I'm going to invert. Okay, we fixed it. Okay, hold on. Reduce the strength on that. Zoom out. There we go. We did it, everyone. We fixed it. Ooh, good thing I noticed that. I could have ended up worse. Right. Actually, can we do that to fix this guy, or no? That's not helping. That's not helping. Well, oops. Move my invert there. Ooh. Let's see. Inflate there. Inflation is dangerous. That's all I can say. I'm really excited for Vicarious Brothers. I've always wanted to do a dungeon crawler RPG, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think people are really going to enjoy it. And the fact that I get to make something that's in the style of a Virtual Boy game, I think it's a cool nod. It's sort of like a celebration of the Virtual Boy. Gotta be careful around there. Let's go ahead and let's work on our Tendril Connections, everyone. So I'm looking at how, let's all take a step back, look at how our tendrils are connected to our bodies. Okay, see this bottom one's already looking a little bit better. It looks like there's tendons and muscle attached to the tendril there. So I just want to build that up a little. Actually, I'll bring that up. There we go. Just rely on the pressure sensitivity of... I don't want the clay mode. Let's remove that. How does this thing poop? Does this thing have a butt? These tendrils are for moving. This moves them around. And maybe it's for grabbing. Okay. Okay, so this is where things are going to get interesting for them. What I'm going to do is compress the flesh up here, and then I'm going to start building a musculature to the figure. Oh yeah. So the progress on Ghoul Busters is done, and we're waiting for that to get through approval with Nintendo. And 3 down stars. I have the update in progress, so all the fixes are done for fixing glitches and crashes. For 3 down stars, that's 100% done. What I'm doing now is reworking every single texture in the game. So everything will look better. Every texture's reworked, so it has more vibrance and pop. And I'm checking to see which resolution textures I can increase the resolution for. So the game will look better in every single way in the upcoming update. But that's something that will probably take me 2 weeks to finish. So I need to make sure the Wii U and 3DS games that I'm working on now, I need to make sure that their launch day versions are finished and sent to Nintendo before I can finish the 3 Down Stars update. So it'll be a couple weeks before I get the 3 Down Stars update sent to Nintendo. It's a good question. Thanks for asking that. Okay. Okay, so we want to make this look muscly. I got to be careful. See what happened there? That's not good. Let's see if we can reduce that and fix it. That's problematic. Smoothen it? We did it. We fixed it. Cool. Alright, see, I'd like it to look like, you know how your fingers sort of have webs in between your fingers? You know, that's sort of what I like to think of when I'm working on any sort of tendril or attachment. That's something on that character, so... Yeah, I'm very excited for people to play Ghoul Busters because I had a ton of fun making it, and especially playtesting it. I really had a lot of fun with Ghoul Busters. So I can't wait till people can play that. Was hands with sharp fingernails holding the eye. Oh, that'd be gross. That'd be really cool. Ew, it does look like hands, doesn't it? That'd be really nasty. That's a cool idea, Luna Nice. Okay, so we want that nice and muscular now, so I want it to look like there's muscles that are attached to this tendril. So we're gonna beef this boy up now. We're beefing that up. And I want to, again, work on the musculature, so it does look like its hands grabbing onto it, because it looks creepy. Something, you know, something that looks like knuckles hanging onto it. Not Knuckles from Sonic. Hand Knuckles. Knuckles and Knuckles. And then what we'll do is we'll carve some troughs into this as well, so it looks really gross. Okay, so this is looking less adorable now. I think we're gonna get there, everyone. I think we'll be okay. Yeah, we better put one here, huh? There we go. Mmm, yummy and fleshy. Floating eye Knuckles. Yeah. See, now it looks like it's grabbing onto it, which is creepy. You know, it's this what I think is an upsetting misinterpretation. If you can misinterpret something in an upsetting way, and it sort of triggers your imagination to come up with some uncomfortable explanations, I think that's when you've got a cool monster design. That's something that's charismatic. And again, what I mentioned I want to do now, see how it's a bit round and puffy here, which is adorable. So what I want to do is reduce the puffiness of that. I'm just going to try the invert tool and see if that does what I want for us here. Yeah, it will. It's a little too strong, so I'll reduce that. I've got my microphone cable tangled up a little bit. Let me just fix that. There we go. Salad fingers fingers. What's a salad fingers fingers? Oh, let's see, Ezekiel. That's the first one that's going to be released, right? Yes, I believe Ghoul Busters should be the first one to launch out of the new batch, but we'll see, because maybe Nintendo likes White Inside its Umbra more, and then maybe they'll push that one to be released first. We'll see. It's not really a big stress. It's going to be between those two anyway. Okay, we're looking good. So again, I want to compress these troughs here. I'm going to fill it in with fleshy detail. And it'll save. So now I'm not going to concern myself with the poly count at this step. I'm just going to just sculpt, and then what I will do is I'll save a duplicate, and then I'll reduce the poly count on the duplicate in a little bit. Here we go. I'm going to shave this up. Shaving, 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 shave away. So a squinty eyeball I think is cute. What I'm going to do is open this mouth up a little bit, and I think that will help it look less adorable. I'll give it some veins down below. That'll help it look less adorable too. And then we'll give it some meaty connection down there. Okay, let's use our grab tool now. Grab. Uh-oh, we've caused some serious damage down there. I'm gonna try the smooth tool, and if that doesn't fix it, we'll have to undo. Okay, cool. Make sure we didn't damage anything else. We did. Let's fix anything we've damaged. Otherwise, we'll cause a messed up model that might become unusable. We better check all of our facets here. This area is looking a little worrisome to me. I might smoothen that out. There we go. Okay, we'll save. I might want to put some fleshy bits down there as well, but the problem is I know that this is only ever going to be viewed from up here, very far away, so if I did that, you wouldn't be able to see it, and it would just put a strain on the Wii U's. The Wii U has a tough time with the poly count itself, so I might just leave the extra, because I normally would. If this were a monster that you fought head on, I would give it some tendrils down there, because those are always gross when you animate them. But in this situation, this guy's always going to be seen from far away. Yeah, no, I think, yeah, no, I wouldn't insult our adorable eyeball guy. He's our little baby. Let's invert that. Okay, I'm going to give him, now you see how I formed the musculature back here? And he's got like a real buff butt. I'm just going to start building up some musculature around the eye holder now. Okay, here we go. And what I will do is I'll switch my stylus. So this one has my faster plastic nib. This one has my felt nib. And I usually have this one set to lower sensitivity, so I have to push harder to get it to respond. And that's for when I can work on finer details like that. Steven, you'll play Wii U later. It's such a great console. I like to boot up Wind Waker. You know, that's such a great game on the Wii U. That's like an easy one. You can turn on, just explore the ocean for a little while, you know? Yeah. Yeah, I think make something buff, it will be less cute, you know? And eyeballs, at least, you know? Let's see here. Is there a fall-off setting? Or spacing, reduce space? I don't see a fall-off setting. Let's see here. That's fine. Okay, especially up here, we're probably going to need to... okay, so we'll make it... I'm going to imagine some fleshy mass there. And we'll smoothen this out. You know, we'll... Uh-oh. I want to be careful with that. Oh, see, that I really didn't want that cranked up that high. I should have had it down there, really. There we go. That's better now. Okay. Okay, we want to imagine some mass of flesh there. Maybe a little bit like that. Ah, I don't know what's going on. It crashed again. It doesn't normally do that. Should I have restarted my computer maybe? Or... I mean, I just saved, and it automatically saves for me, so... Oh, you know what? What do my triangles say? Ooh, I've got like 309,000 triangles. Maybe I should start reducing, actually. My computer might be getting a little sleepy if I haven't restarted it recently. Let's see here. Actually, I'll just save this as number 2, so I can always go back to my backup if I need it. How about that? Buff Eggman would be cursed. I'm a big fan of Sonic Boom, actually. I mean, not the games, but I really liked the writing in the show. That Sonic Boom show had me belly laughing, you know. I think it's really fantastic. I think it did a great job with that. Okay, so I'm just working on the sort of the musculature and imagining tendons running through here. Let's see here. Make him buff. Oh, my coffee got very, very cold. How cold is this coffee? It's ice cold. I think I'm going to get a new coffee. Look at our beautiful boy. Look at our beautiful boy. We gotta put an eyeball in there. Put an eyeball in it. There we go. Look at our beautiful boy. I think that's turning out okay. So what I want is more tendons that reach into the eye cavity. I think that would be unpleasant to look at. So let's go ahead and do that now. We'll have this, yeah, yeah. Let's do that. Let's reach into the eye cavity itself. Gross. So gross. Okay. We'll want to build up the flesh around the tooth. Let's see here. There we go. We want to make this nice and fleshy. I have to be careful with that. Let's go ahead and smoothen that so we don't pinch that. There we go. Draw. How am I going to justify putting this much detail if it's so far away? So for any marketing material, say for example in the future I wanted to make like a Silver Falls trading card game, and I need to have really high quality art on the trading cards, you know, then I'll need this for the future. Also, it's fun to hang out. We're just chatting and riffing and making a fun monster, really. There's that as well. And again, like I said, if we have like 8K gaming in the future, and if this monster appears in future Silver Falls games, potentially, I mean, there currently aren't plans for it, but if there was one where you had to face him head on, then I will have the model ready. They applied the game philosophy of making the eyeball buff to Eggman's head in Sonic 06. Ew, I'll have to look at that. Okay, Ezekiel, thanks for hanging out. Take care. Enjoy your food. See you next time. Hold on. Let me just Google Eggman. Sonic 06. He was kind of realistic in that one, right? Eggman, Sonic 06. Ah! Ew! Ah! What is that? Oh no! No, that's got to be a hack. No. Oh, ew. Okay, no, this video came up of a hack and he has eyeballs, like realistic eyeballs, and it's very upsetting. No, that can't be right. Is that how... Ew. Ew. So this is how he looked. This is how Eggman looked in Sonic 06. Is that right? It's not good. This is bad. That's it? It's... Oh. Yeah. Yeah, they followed my philosophy from making something less cute. It's gross. That's grotesque. I don't like that at all. Not a fan. Okay. So what we'll do is have this tendon reaching into the mouth as well. The mouth eyeball is all in one. Okay. So my idea with this creature was, I mean, I don't like explaining my creatures and whatnot, but we're hanging out. We're all having a good time here. My idea with this guy was to create a creature whose mouth was the same thing as his eyeball, so it would be really upsetting and like painful to eat things because it's constantly your food has to like pass through your eye hole. I mean, that's gross, right? Oh, it's fleshy down there. Look at our beautiful boy. Behold the child we have birthed. He's beautiful. Sonic 06 got relisted? That's wonderful. I actually was trying to find it years ago, but I couldn't get a copy of 06. Okay, so what I'll do now is... Yeah, I think Sega knows that people would buy it for the laughs. Okay. Okay, and see, I've got to get rid of these. These lines, these mustache lines don't make sense. Just drag them back a little bit like that. Okay. Oh no, in the future Sonic 06 will be on a game compilation card with old Sonic games, Sonic Classics, and then Sonic 06 will be on there. Oof. Okay. Yeah, actually I'm feeling pretty good about this boy. This is a nice happy eyeball. How lovely. Okay, so we have this high poly count. Can we just turn off wireframe for a second? You know what? I am not unhappy with that. This area needs some help here. I didn't finish the musculature. See, I started up top, and I didn't do it here. Let's go ahead and work on our musculature a little bit. I played the Wii U demo of Sonic Boom. I just wasn't a fan of the gameplay personally. It wasn't, it's not like the kind of adventure game I like playing. It felt very rigid. Like it wanted to be this open exploration game, but they didn't have it felt like they just didn't have time to execute on that. Okay, just give it a fun little musculature here. And I like to imagine the tendons coming through and attaching to the various bones. There we go, that seems nice. Let's see, and you can bake high poly count models into normal maps, and then implement the normal maps into a lower poly count model. That's also an option as well when you want your model to look more detailed without having to pay the cost of having 50 trillion polygons or triangles. So I'm feeling that's looking nice and muscly now, isn't it? Let's go ahead and turn off the wireframe. Look at our beautiful, beautiful muscles. They're beautiful. Okay, this area needs a little bit of work here. Build up the muscles there. We just want it to have a nice organic look to it. We want the concentration of muscle to be around the front here, since that's where muscle tends to concentrate. What a fun little eyeball. Okay, and I'll just rely on some normal mapping to give texture. So what I want to do now is just make sure the tentacle's closer to the body, the portion of tentacle is thicker than it is in the middle. Otherwise it would just look a bit strange. Hello, Moon Cerrito. Thanks for joining the stream. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Sculptress. It's free, anyone can use it. I quite like it, it's part of my workflow. If it crashes and you open it again, your project will still be there. It saves a backup for you. Funnily enough, Sonic 06 is rated 3.75 stars on the 360 store. Is that out of 5 stars? Let's see, inflate. Here we go. Okay, so now I just want to inflate my tentacles close to the body. There we go. And again, we want to be careful with our inflate tool. We can really pinch our geometry and cause problems. So I'm just going to be very careful with this step. I might not be looking at the chat while I do this, so I can pay attention in case anything gets pinched, which is very likely. I need to smoothen that out. I can see that already. Oh, gross. Oh, that's too much. That's a little too much. I like to have some inconsistency in my tendrils as well, so they look kind of gross. There's sort of chunky spots to it. Just as long as visually it's coherent, I'll give it a nice chunky bulb right at the bottom. There we go. That's a nice tendril. Now there's a lot of geometry here. I'm going to avoid inflating too close there, as I can cause some damage. Just want to give them a nice bulb right at the end. There we go. Yeah, eyeballs grow up so fast, you know? They're adorable one day, and then the next day they're just full of grotesque muscles. But you gotta learn to let your eyeball go. You gotta learn to let go. Okay, I'm gonna be very careful with this step and make sure I don't pinch any of my geometry here. What's going on here? What is going on here? Hello? I don't know what's going on. Adjust my brush size with the tablet here. Okay, can we just all be very careful here? Okay, it's doing the funny thing. It's being real weird now. It's being weird. Okay, what I'm going to do is save. I'm going to save a copy now, and we'll start reducing. I think this is good. I think this is fine. Oh, wait, 12 showed up there. Save this as 3. Okay, and what we'll do is reduce the program. I don't know if I've pushed a keystroke that changes the mode. I'm just going to close it and open it again. Let's see. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Moon Cerrito. We're going to optimize this guy now, get him ready to be game ready. His poly count is absurdly high, but we will start reducing everything now. So, yeah, oh yeah, I think Robocope, you asked earlier how I'm going to rig it. Actually, there's a number of Silver Falls creatures that have quite a few tendrils, so I have some experience rigging tendrils. You just make a long limb, a long string of bones that run through the whole thing. Um, it's difficult animating those sort of things. I'm hopefully well, actually no, I have some experience animating uh, tendrils and tentacles with physics. It won't be a big deal. I can rely on physics to animate the tendrils for me, so it won't be a big problem. Okay, I'm going to start reducing. So let's all get our reduce brushes out. Most of the Japanese Wii U's had a Dragon Quest disc in them. No way, that's awesome. No, Sonic 06 got a 3.75 stars out of 100? Wow. That's that's so brutal. That's so brutal. Okay, let's all just reduce our polygons for a little bit. So again, I've saved this as a duplicate, so if I want my super high poly count model, I will have it. And I'm preparing this one to be game ready, engine ready. Again, I can cut down my polygons. I don't know why I am talking so weird. Cut down my polygons inside the mouth. I'm sticking a sphere inside this eye hole. And I think it's going to look really cool when I do that. I'll definitely do that. I'll just do a test eyeball in there before the stream ends. Maybe we'll stick it in engine. How about before the stream ends, we'll stick this in the engine, and then we'll just see how it looks. Yeah? Oh, it got 5. Okay, it got 5 stars out of 100. It doesn't make a difference. It's still single digit stars out of 100 is not good. Okay, so what I want to do is reduce the polygon, the triangle count, so that it won't be overly demanding on the hardware, but I want it to be reasonable enough to where you can still see the detail in the geometry. So you just want to be very careful with the step that you don't take things a little too far. We all know a line from George Lucas when he said he thinks he may have gone a little too far in some places. You want to make sure that when you're reducing, you don't go too far in some places. Oh, 3.75 out of 5 stars. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. It got 06 stars out of... Okay, let me... Hold on, my syrup bottle is blocking my... Okay, wow, I still have a lot of triangles. Golly gee willikers. Okay. See, in general, I'd like to have my poly count for triangles for a single mesh renderer. I would really... especially on the Wii, like on the Switch, you comfortably be pretty high poly counts. Like some... You know, you could have a few 30,000 skinned mesh renderers on the Switch. It's no big deal. On the Wii U, you really want to have it close to 10,000 or so. Any higher, when you have a few models all on screen, your poly count is going to have a substantial impact on the frame rate. And of course, you can have a level of detail as well. So you can have a higher poly count model shown when the model is close to the camera, and when the model is far from the camera, you can have a lower poly count, which allows you to achieve reasonable frame rates and still have a lot of animated models on the screen. So that's a common technique that we use as well. Okay, now I really want to be careful with my teeth. I don't want to ruin... Okay, see, so I'm down to 71,000 triangles. Okay, so let's look where we can cut back. And this area, we can cut back on our teeth. Which is kind of why I wanted to just model the teeth separately and not have a part of the mesh, so I could make it really low poly count and basic. But this is, you know, it's just a faster workflow this way. It's not a big deal. Okay, we're down to 64. Nice. Okay, I am in the mouth of the beast. Everyone, I am in the mouth of the beast. This is where we will try to get some polygons down, reduce our triangles. I am in the mouth of the beast. Oh, look at all those triangles we can get rid of down there. Okay, here we go. Yep, look at all them triangles we're cutting back on. You know when you've got, like, you haven't been able to mow the lawn for... Oh, no. Golly gee. You haven't been able to mow the lawn for a while, and then you finally get to mow the lawn. The grass is really high. And then it's just so cathartic watching, like, wow, now the lawn is nice and neat and clean after you've mowed it. It's cathartic in a way, reducing LODs. I mean, reducing polygons. I just want to make sure that I'm looking at it, and if you reduce it too much, it won't animate well. That's the difficulty with these. It won't look smooth. It'll look really gross and chonky. That'll be fine. That's fine. That's why you go 3 weeks between modes. Yeah, it's cathartic. All right, we're at 59, so we're gonna start losing some detail in the musculature. Actually, our spine. Can we get any from the spine, or? All right. So I like to start taking triangles out, usually from below creatures first, if I know that they're never going to do like a backflip or anything. You can safely get rid of some triangles. The butt area is a good place to get rid of triangles. People normally don't look at monster butts for that long, so it's okay to remove triangles from your monster's butts. Ooh, 2 acres. Yeah. Gas is getting increasingly expensive. Okay, see, I don't want to take too much detail away from this mouth area. That's where the detail is important. Okay, we're at 46 right now. Once I get it around 30, I'm going to save a copy of it for in case I want to put this in a Switch game. Ah, see, now you guys are getting, like, early exclusive hints. No one else gets to hear that. But if this guy ends up in a future Switch game, we'll be using... Okay, look, I'm looking at this. I'm looking at it. It's 36 right now. Ah, but if I do put them in a Switch game, there's not going to be like one. There's going to be a mob of them. There'll be a heap of them, all just sort of approaching you in a massive horde. I'm at 36. I'll get close to 30, and then I'll save it as a version for the Switch. Where are we at? 33? We're at 33. knobs back here. Our hands are, see, our knuckles are just a little too high poly count. Shave some off the knuckles. Sounds unpleasant. Shave some off our spine. Good. It doesn't. Okay, I got a couple there. I got a couple triangles off there. Okay. This fleshy area, let's cut that back. This fleshy area. What are we at? We're at 30. We're at 30,950. Okay, I'll get it closer to 30,000, and then that's our Switch version. Oh, we're at 29. We're at 29. Okay, everyone, what do you think? You think that's okay? That's still really detailed, isn't it? Watch, we take off the wireframe. Oh, heck yeah. Look how detailed that is still. Now, let's see. You can say as an expert that people are looking at the opposite side of the monster, but... Let's see. I'm going to export this guy. Let's go ahead and export. Okay, so let's call this guy... let's give him a little nickname here. Eyeshadow HQ. Alright, let's go ahead and make a much... Okay, here's where, like, far away. This is going to be the Wii U version. We're playing far away. This is 29. We're at 29 right now. I'm going to cut this right back. Let's bring our wireframe up. Hi, Yoshi on the go. Thanks for joining. Yeah, we've been working on this for about an hour and 30 minutes. It started adorable, so I'll have the replay up, and then I'll put a comparison screenshot. We can see how cute it was in the beginning. I'm always worried when I start these monsters that I won't be able to de-cutify it, but thanks to everyone, thanks for everyone's contributions in the comments, I think we got there. So right now we are going to make a much lower poly count version for the Wii U that we'll be seeing from a distance. Again, for Undertakers on the Wii U, he's going to be like that far away from the camera, So we want to cut down the poly count as much as we can without destroying the shape of the creature itself. So like let's just cut that right back. I would like to get this close to 10,000 triangles. I don't know why I said that like those infomercials on TV. 10,000, only 10,000. We want to see. I'm very wary about reducing the polygons on the tendrils because I need those to animate smoothly. And if I reduce that anymore, I know that I can see it'll look real choppy and angular. Okay, so this is another situation where you can reduce the triangles on your monster's butt. Again, I know that people playing Undertakers on Wii U probably won't look at the monster's butt for that long, so I'm fine with reducing that. What are we at? We're at 6. Oh, we're at 6,000 already. Wow, cool. Wow. Thanks for. I can't see. Okay, look. The reason why I keep looking over is I made myself hot apple cider earlier, and I put some maple syrup in it, and right where the maple syrup is, it's blocking my triangle count. Okay. All right. Let's look here. So I don't want to touch my tentacles anymore. Let's leave the triangles. Okay. I think we can reduce a bit more. See, the lower the poly count is, the more of these guys I can put on screen without impacting the frame rate. And because the camera's so far away, it should be fine. Uh-oh, I'm damaging my polygons there. What I'm going to have to do is, I think I'll just undo. Yeah. I want to be careful with that. See, I did something bad over there. I'll be careful with each brush stroke now. There we go. No, the player won't see that. What's my triangle count? My syrup is blocking me. I can't. I'm still at 6,000. Why not move the maple syrup? I like where my maple syrup is. It makes me feel good. It gives me a sense of pancakes. Actually, I'll put the maple syrup back in the fridge. I'm actually going to make myself some a fresh cup of coffee. My coffee got cold. I really want to fix that. That doesn't look good. Also, for Guardians and Metal Exterminators coming to the 3DS, I removed the mustache. Well, see, we're not going to see it on the Wii U. But if we get him on the Switch, he'll still have the mustache. So don't worry. I know it's unethical to just remove a mustache. I know, I understand the moral implications of removing a mustache, I know. I'm team mustache, you know, believe me. But there's a cost. As my great-grandfather used to always tell me, every mustache has a cost. And you just have to weigh up the cost of that mustache at the end of the day. Cool, I'm around 5,000. I think this is going to be all right. It's looking real chunky down there. Okay. Oh, this is so low poly. But we're going to smooth our normals. And it's all going to be okay. It's all going to work out. Do you think we can get... How close to 4 can we get? I'm touching my tentacles. I said I wouldn't. Okay. I think this is about as far as I want to take it. Take a couple more triangles off my butt. Okay. Hey, do you want to see what it looks like when you put an eyeball in there? Yeah. Okay. I'll just save this as 4. How about that, just in case? So we have a very high poly count. We have a mid poly count. We have a low poly count. So this is 4,000. Also, so I didn't get to finish my train of thought. Guardians and Metal Exterminators for the 3DS. You get to play as the monsters in that. If I have a very low poly count version of this guy, I could add him to Guardians and Metal Exterminators in a future update, and he could be a playable monster in that as well. He is cute again, but we might be able to get the normal data. We can bake the normal data from the high poly count version and then use the normal data on this guy. So maybe that could be a selling point for the Wii U. You know, like the cute version of this monster is exclusive to the Wii U. And maybe the 3DS and Guardians if we get there. Okay, did I export this yet? Okay. This is eyeball 1 LD. This is so low poly count. Okay. I'm just going to make my coffee very quickly, and then we'll open up, put an eyeball on, actually. Uh-oh, hold on, I should have clicked on that earlier to re-import my asset, shouldn't I? That shouldn't take too long to re-import that. Undertakers. Okay, we got Undertakers there. Let me get our project folder. Yeah, you know what? Maybe this is your new adorable pet friend. I mean, he is adorable now that he's low poly count. I really want to see what it looks like with the eyeball in there. One long triangle each. That's if I'm bringing this guy to the DS and it's gonna have 3D graphics. Then I'll just make one long triangle for the tentacle. If I want to put it on the Nokia and I need decent performance. All right. Let's find our work. Undertakers. Alright, got our Wii U folder here. How's Unity going? Are we good? Are we good to go? We are good to go. Here we go. Okay, Survivors, Stage 1. And I just want to... Okay, we're going to stick our eyeball... Let's all stick our eyeball in. I'll leave you with the eyeball, and then I'll make my coffee. It'll only take a minute. I have instant coffee. I don't care that much. Okay. So what have we got here? We got that guy... That's our... We got one Undertaker there. Is he part of the... Is he in the graphics? Or... Why is that guy there? Huh. Okay. I don't know why he's there. He shouldn't be there. Haunted. Hashtag haunted. Alright, let's just go here. Let's turn our lighting on. That's nice. Okay, so what we'll do is, oh, see, that this is the title screen for Survivorses. But if you turn around, there's nothing there. Okay. I'll have to rig the monster first. I won't be able to animate him today. Rigging takes a while. It's so boring. I don't know how to be entertaining on stream while I'm rigging it. It's such a dull process. Let me find where my mesh is. See, I'll show you. Let me see here. Okay, I'll bring this inspector window over, and you guys can see. So the Undertakers in 3D. This is the lowest poly count. That's 3,000. I might have to lower my eyeball more than it looks like. Okay, that's the mid LOD. So that I've got. Oh no, I got 3,900 triangles for the low poly count. I've got 1,900 triangles. What's the next one up? I have a high poly count one in there. All right, this is a higher poly count, and that's 19,000. The Wii U is not going to be happy with that at all. It's going to be very unhappy. But the Wii U it's happy with this 1,900. So I might cut the eyeball down again a little bit, because the eyeball ones you're meant to be able to just chuck out a bunch of those. They're sort of like your zerglings, I guess is what this would call them. He ended up adorable. I mean, backward leg horse. Not a good way to have your legs, honestly. All right, let me see here. Okay, let me put my model in there. Let's just give him. Where? Graphics. So what we're going to do is stick an eyeball in there and see how upsetting it looks. I should have made the teeth separate. I don't know what I was thinking. Just would have made it easier. Anyway, we'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. Let's see, eyeshadow, object. Okay, I got my low poly count. We can reduce it further. Don't worry about it. And we'll put him in here. Yeah, he is cute without the textures. You're right. Lower the poly count. Well, what are babies if not low poly count humans? You know, and they're adorable. Babies have way less poly count than grown humans, which is why they're so cute. Okay, what do we got? This is our low poly count version. He's running in engine now. I don't have a texture or a skin for him. I'm just going to make one up really quick. So I'm going to move my drawing tab that I'm not using that anymore. And I'm just going to do a test material for him. Let's see here. Actually, I'll just, is there one I can borrow from someone else? Let's see what I've got here. What have I got in my... Ah, where'd you go? Where'd you go? Hello? I'll move that out to the side. Let's see if I have any flesh? No? Do I have any skin? I don't have any flesh loaded because Undertakers doesn't have the same assets as the other games. It's meant as it's a pixel art game. Let me think here. What you know what would be really gross if I just use a character's... I'm just gonna use a character's skin for now. Let's see which one might look upsetting. Yeah, let's do that. I'll just put that on there and see what happens. Oh, you know what? He doesn't have a UV map set up, or UV information. I'll have to load him in, and we'll put it in. We'll do that in a little bit. I'll do that after my coffee. It's running a little long now, and I would like my coffee. Okay. What can I do to test here? I'm looking at this. What What have we got? Okay, let's have a look at... What? What's happening? Oh, that's the old one. Okay. Looks Hank. Actually, let's grab Hank. Oh, see, this guy's enormous. That's like War of the Worlds. He should be adorable, like this. Oh, wait. That's too adorable now. Too adorable. Okay. There's Maya. Let's just give him some UV data real quick. Okay, actually what I want to do... where's his eyeball? Can we get this guy's eyeball? Just the eyes? Does he have his eyeball exported? No, he doesn't. Dang. Dang, I just kind of wanted to use the eyeballs, but I can't, actually. What have I got here? Oh, what's this? Can I use this? Can I use this? Yeah, alright guys, we've got some eyeballs. We're borrowing eyeballs from one of the human characters. Okay. We're gonna stick that in there. Okay, I can see what's happening here, and I already kind of don't like it. Okay, everyone, are you ready? Are you guys ready for this? Are you guys ready? Alright, oops, hold on. I need the material, please. Okay, get ready, and... Oh! I think I hate it. Yeah, I think I hate that very much. Hold on, center? Pivot. Let's see how that looks. Oh! See, those need to be teeth. Just want to leave you with some eyeball or nightmare fuel. Okay, left eye, I'll just get rid of that one. Okay, then we can just look around like this. This was my plan all along, is to reuse one of the eyeballs. So that way I don't have to model it. Oh no! Ah, what if it did one of these numbers? What if it did one of these? Oh no! Yeah, it's not good, is it? Yeah, this isn't cute at all, no. Alright, let's just give him some UV data real quick. So we can reuse one of our human... We'll reuse one of our human skins, and it's going to look disgusting because it's not going to be right. Hold on, Maya's sitting, okay. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll just grab this guy's object. He's not rigged yet either, so it doesn't super matter. We're just having a bit of a laugh. Having a bit of a laugh. UV, we're just going to automatically generate. Yep. And then we'll export all. And over. And a bit of a laugh. Okay, here we go. We're going to that directory. Okay. Eyeshadow. Yep. Okay, so now we have an FBX. So what I did was I went and gave him UV data. And so now... See, this one's an FBX. Okay, so now this one's too small. Let's make it bigger. Here we go. Okay, hold on. Just like that. There we go. Oop. Like that. Just gonna line it. I'm just trying to get this done real quickly so I can make my coffee. I'd actually really like a coffee now. Okay, so let's get rid of the other one. There. Alright. And what I will do now is, because if you have a look at the normals, they're all quite rough. So what I'm going to do is generate normals. Instead of importing them, I'll calculate. I'll just make it real smooth. Okay. Oh, this human skin isn't... it doesn't look right, does it? Need a higher resolution skin. This is 256. Oh, they're all going to be reduced because they're optimized. Do I have anything gross? Let's see. What have I have? I got rocks. I got a tree stump. What have I got here? I have a handbag. That one's kind of gross looking. Oh, no, it's all fleshy. Oh, there's bits of human flesh all over them. Ah, gross handbags. Yuck. Oh, check this out. So this is how the mini map works. Oh, so for the the gamepad player for Survivors, let me reduce these. Gamepad player doesn't see the 3D versions. The gamepad player sees the pixel art version from the original game, and that actually saves the processing power because otherwise I would have to render everything twice, and the game's quite high poly count. So the players on the TV, they'll see their modern-looking characters. The gamepad player only sees the pixel art, so it feels reminiscent of the original story mode. Okay, let's just bring him in there and stare him directly in the eye. How about that? Alright, I'm going to make a coffee. I'll be right back. How do you make this text bigger? I don't know why I said that like someone's grandpa. Okay. Be right back. Oh no, he does look cute. He's so cute. Oh, why does he look so adorable? Oh dear, what have I done? Well, this is the life that we have to live now. This guy's adorable. That's just how it is. Oh no, the more I look at it, the more cute he looks. Well, that's life now. This is how it is. Alright. How many triangles is this guy again? Let's see, what do we got? Ah, 4,000. Compared to the Undertaker, that's a lot, isn't it? I might cut that down a little bit later on. It's fine. It's no big deal. It'll totally be fine. Totally fine. I know he's so happy. Just look at him. Oh no, he's so happy. I'm gonna eat your soul, huh? What if I set the eyeball back a little bit? How about that? Okay. Okay, that looks a little better, maybe? Yeah, maybe. Maybe that could work, Luna Knights. You should have it, when its mouth is shut, look like an eye, then gets pulled back into a mouth. Guess we'll see. My dogs are outside. They're pretty excited. Oh no, look at the texture map. There are 2 eyeballs on the side. Oh good. Well, if we sort of have a look at the Undertakers, let's grab one of our Undertaker guys here. Zooming out. Zooming on out. Oh, Secret Undertaker. Zooming on in. Okay, so Undertaker. Now he's got that. Okay, I think this actually resembles the original pixel art now that I'm looking at it. Okay, so we have our eye bowel. How many triangles is this? Good, not that many. 760, that's okay. That's pretty much free, you know? So what I want to do is... it's supposed to be illuminated a little bit. Now what I want to do is... I'm just going to copy this. I'm going to copy my material, and I'm going to create a duplicate of it. So I'm going to... this guy, he's going to have his own version of the eye material, because I want to modify it. So we go to our... okay, monster skin eyes. Put that in there. And the reason I want to modify the eye is I want some emission as well. So what if I put that in there? I'm gonna have to try a few things and see what I like best. It's a bioluminescent color. Here's the thing with this guy. I need an organic color. Okay, and what I'm thinking here, right? Okay, just roll with me on this. Where's my guy? Where's my guy here? Who is this? Who are you now? Okay, so we're going to put it in there, and we're going to create a light. Create a point light in there. No shadows for performance reasons. And let's go ahead and give this... Yeah, see, like, if this were on the Switch, I'd probably be fine with running some soft shadows on there. Okay, so what's creepy when it comes to light is an intense light but short range. See, I'm not sure I like that yet. I'll have to experiment a little and see, but we'll make the range quite short. I want it in a way that you can actually catch the details of the tentacles behind it, so we'll put the light there. So it gives off a short range, intense light. So in the distance you might think, oh shit, cool, someone's over there with a flashlight. Maybe I'll go over there and see what's going on. There we go. Let's just grab our guy. Yeah, and then you shine your light on it, you think, oh, that's not right. Yeah, that's not. Ooh, yeah. Right, so I'm going to bring up the original pixel art. So we can see this guy, right? We can all see him now. I'll animate the tentacles. And let's grab... What did I call him? What did I call the original pixel art? I just gave him a little nickname here. Let's see if I can find it here. Did I just label him as enemy in this game? I may have. Yeah. Can we put him side by side with his original? I can't. It's too dark. He's upside down now. Oop. Let's make him. There we go. Okay. Do you recognize the pixel art now? Eyebite. Oh, that's a cool name. Cool name. All right, there you go. There's the original pixel art. And there's our HD 3D model. And it's important to retain the spirit of these sort of things. You know, it's about the iconography and how you can identify the subject matter. I think we did it. What do you guys think? Think he's recognizable to his pixel form? Yeah, it's a real, you know, he's come a long way from his pixel days. Let's all enjoy a coffee. We did it, everyone. Is there going to be an update to Kid Bull? Let's see here. I'll grab Hank here. Here we go. This is Kid Bull. Get my inspector out of there. Undertaker's Bull. There we go. That's him. So again, the gamepad player sees the pixel art, and the players that use the TV, they can use Wiimotes and whatnot. There we go. And you can see he matches his pixel art color palette pretty closely. You know, obviously you adjust things. Pixel art isn't the same thing as a 3D object that exists in a 3D space. He doesn't look as bullish as I thought he would. Oh. There we go. As you can see, the hair is actually really basic. You know, I made it really choppy, low quality cards. And that's because with these characters, you're generally pretty far away from them. You're like there or farther away. So in order to actually get the game to run at a decent frame rate, there's quite a few parts of the characters that are really low quality that you don't notice because the camera is so far away. Thanks. So what I'm hoping Nintendo will sort of let me slide with is later on add another game mode where you can play through some story section with the modern graphics. So you have characters here. There we go. And Hank, this is Hank. He does exist in Undertakers, but his sprite looks different. And that's in the update. He'll have an updated version of a sprite. He's wearing just like a single color jumpsuit, but in the update, he's going to become an unlockable character. And I changed his sprite colors to make him more identifiable. As a playable character, if he only had like the boring-looking jumpsuit, it's not interesting for the player to look at. So that's why with the update that's coming for Undertakers, it's going to add some new playable characters and a new sprite for Hank. So there we go. And I'm pretty happy with that. Oh, I didn't realize we've been running for 2 hours, so I guess we can hang out and chat for a little bit, and then we'll wrap up the stream, and then I better get to the boring part of this development. I've got some programming to do. So what I'll be working on is I'm implementing more extra stuff, how I mentioned with Survivor's mode for Undertaker's Wii U. I'll be adding more random boosts that either the humans or the monsters can have, and that'll mix up the gameplay a little bit, and it'll make things an interesting challenge every time you play. Yeah, get some family members, get some friends together, up to 5 players all together. You know, it's 1 versus 4. It's going to have that sort of Mario Party spirit, and thanks to the random boost, sometimes it'll be really unfair, which I think that's important. Sometimes in Mario Party, the games are really unfair, and that's the fun of it, you know. Thanks. Yeah, we reached the stretch goal for Pokemon Mini, so I'll be launching Pokemon Mini this year. Originally, it was going to be sometime later next year, and then I said if we reach the stretch goal of a certain amount, then we'll do Mini by December of this year. So I've got my hands full now. Yeah, Mario Party 8, Bowser versus all. I love that stuff. I love the cool, unfair, weird Mario Party games. Those are the fun ones where it's just like sometimes it's just so unbalanced. I think that's what's fun. What really gets me are the Mario Party games where sort of like you use wonky physics to knock people off the platforms. That it never feels fair. But sometimes the dice rolls in your favor, and your friends get knocked off the platforms, and thanks to wonky physics, and you're the only one left. And then at that point, it's like, yes, the physics are in my favor. So yeah, is anyone? Oh, since it's just us in the stream and there's no one left, I'll share some secrets now. Let's see here. I'll give you a close look at Willy. So we have Willy is Bull's friend from Undertakers. He's in the cabin. So we can see Willy's sprite just there. And then here is the high quality version of Willy. Again, I tried to keep a 70s look. I looked up a lot of 70s photos and 70s movies, and I tried to style match people's clothes. Silver Balls Party, right up there with Dating Sim for running out of ideas. Hey, one day I will run out of ideas, and we will have to get some dating games in there. If I can't think of anything else to do, there's always that, you know? And let's see. And there's the girl that you save from the biker gang, is Oxa. So that is her sprite, just there, if you recall saving her from Bone Grizzly. And here's a close look. So this is actually an exclusive look. You guys are getting an exclusive look. I don't think I've done a close look with these character assets yet, so no one's even seen these. Yeah, like even I don't know. You can't even see the shoelaces. They're quite detailed because I'm meaning for these models. If I need to use these in the future, I have to make them high quality. Would we date humans or monsters? Is the question. Well, some humans are monsters in disguise. So there's her character model. Actually, really, there's this cool 70s look that ladies had that I saw in fashion magazines. I was looking up for research, and there's just this cool look where young ladies had a sort of sweater, a turtleneck sweater that's sort of wool with a skirt, and I thought it just looks so cool. It just looks really trendy, and that was a sort of a look in the 80s. So that's what I was going for with 70s, and I thought that's a cool look. And it's, you know, it kind of looks like that doesn't really look like how someone would dress modern times. So I think it helps sell the idea that this game is taking place a long time ago. Hey, Birdman Senpai, good to see you. Actually, we're about to wrap up. Yeah, we've been here for about almost 2.5 hours. We're just hanging out and having a chat now, and I'm sharing some assets that no one's ever seen before. This is an exclusive look. No one's ever seen it. You know, I am programming on Arduino now, so I could make an Arduino-based virtual pet with our little eyeball boy. Look at him. Look at him. There he is now. I think that's it. Oh yeah, and you know how I was showing you guys, I think it was last stream, I was working on Guardians and Metal Exterminators, and I showed you, I'll just open it now. I'll open it now. We're here, we're hanging out, we're making video games. Oh, I'm not making coffee anymore. I can close that. Oh yeah, absolutely. He's enveloped in the shadows. You'll only, well, with Survivor says actually, because the monsters are kind of pitch black, you can really only see them when you shine your flashlight on them, and that's a huge part of the gameplay itself. And that's some of the random boosts you can get. Sometimes the humans' flashlights have a stronger range, and that allows you to see the enemies from farther away. And then sometimes there will be a boost. Oops. Sometimes there will be a boost from the enemies, and the humans' flashlights will have less range, which makes it easier for the monsters to sneak up on the humans. So that's part of the gameplay as well as using your flashlight to see the enemies. Yeah. Oh, it'd be creepy because it's got tentacles, you know? The eyeball could just hang from the tree and then look down on you and watch you. You sort of look up and you see it watching you. That'd be really creepy in a future Silver Falls game, wouldn't it? If you had to explore outside and then there was just one lurking in a tree branch. That'd be pretty neat. Look, I need anything I can do to uncute that eyeball to decutify it because, man, he ended up adorable. I tried my best. He still ended up adorable somehow. Oh, hey, this week I'm working on the soundtrack to Guardians and Metal Exterminator, so I'll be sharing those if you guys want to check in. I'm going full 80s with the soundtrack, full 80s rock, so I'm pretty excited to get into some of that. Just got to slap on a ton of reverb onto my drums, make them real wet drum tracks. It'll sound like the 80s. Okay, let me share a couple things. So there's actually a couple character models that that I don't have imported into the Survivors as Undertakers for Wii U. I haven't imported them in yet, but I can show you what they will look like. So this is Guardians and Metal Exterminators. This takes place in the 80s, but I had created some assets in here that were supposed to be used for a 70s section. There's some cut content from Guardians and Metal Exterminators. Let's see. So I have the 70s version of Fred. So Fred should be a playable character in Undertaker's Wii U. I'll turn the light off and we can get a better look at the character. So this is Fred from the 70s. You can see I've got to fix some of the hair clipping through the hat. He's got his badge. I need to fix that triangle just there on his sideburns. It's a little messed up. I've got to fix that. And he's got a nice 70s mustache, as you do. Yeah, I actually used to, Luna Nights, I used to use my PSP as my MP3 player. I had a, it didn't fit in a pocket. It was too big to fit comfortably, so I actually had a gun holster, and I would keep the PSP in the gun holster, and I would have all my MP3s loaded on there. And we have, let's see here, yep. And we have, come on, Honored. So this is the neighbor. So from Undertakers, there's the neighbor. He lets you borrow his bow. So this is Honored in the 70s. And this is what he'll look like in Undertakers for Wii U. That'll be him. So really, really an exclusive look now. Actually, absolutely no one has seen these assets. You guys have an exclusive look now. This is the special part of the stream where you get to see the secret behind-the-scenes stuff no one else has seen yet. I didn't know that you could use the 3DS as MP3 player with the clamshell closed. That's awesome. Who else do I have in here? I think that's about it. Do I have him yet? Is this in there? Oh yeah. Yeah. Huh. I'll just share this model here. This is just a fun model here. This is a character that's going to feature quite prominently in white inside its Umbra, and his name is Owl. Actually, he's also in the novel Heavy Shadow as well. He featured in the novel, and this is his 80s look. Kind of looks like he should have a pocket protector, doesn't he? There we go. Okay. What's an ologist? Ologist. Oh yeah, that was... In this game it would be super creepy walking around and see the guy cut in half crawling away. Yeah, I actually... because I tend to get like really, you know... you get in the zone when you're in development, so after a few months you're doing a massive amount of work. It's easy to forget that you've done stuff. So I'd gone months, you know, just really focused on development for Undertakers. I forgot I had done that the guy that gets ripped in half and then he's crawling towards you. I'd forgotten I'd done that. And so after a couple months I booted up the game and I did a test run, and I was actually shocked when that happened because I forgot I put it in there. I thought, oh yikes, that's pretty brutal. Oh, he'd be like a meteorologist or like a librariologist. There's a couple lines of dialogue in Undertakers where I'd forgot that I had written them, and then when I tested the game later on, I thought, oh, damn, that I really had to go that far. But that was my intention. Was you thought the world was cute, huh? Here's the truth of it. Here's what it's really like. And that was my intention with Undertakers, was to leverage the sort of nostalgia that we have for those old Atari games, because we assume those games to be quite a certain way, you know, quite innocent for the most part, unless you're playing like Beat 'em and Eat 'em or something, which is quite kind of horrible. Um, anyway, it's been great hanging out with everyone. Great to chat. How about we'll wrap things up? And if you guys want to hang out in the Discord, we can always chat in the Discord like always. Okay, thanks for hanging out on the stream, everyone. It's been a lot of fun. I'll get back to work on these games. Probably by tomorrow, I'll be doing the final testing. I'll have some testers in to help me fine-tune the Versus gameplay, and then I'll have that submitted by tomorrow night. So probably that's where we'll be with Undertakers on the Wii U. And then for the rest of the week, I'm probably going to have Guardians and Metal Exterminators finished up, and then probably by the end of the week have that sent through to Nintendo. So we're really rolling through production of these games now. Can't wait to have all these games submitted and then get them out onto your console so you can enjoy them. Yeah, thanks everyone. It's been a lot of fun. It's been great. See you in the Discord. See you on Twitter. See you on Facebook. Take care of yourselves, everyone. Hey, Brian Singer, how's it going? Did you just get here? Sorry, we're actually just wrapping up. We're finishing up the stream. I was just showing some behind the scenes stuff. You know, and as you saw those 3DS models, you know, they have pretty simple vertex-based shaders. So I have just a little bit of work to do to make them have these modern shaders with more realistic lighting and whatnot. But we'll get there. Oh, okay. This look makes me laugh. I love this. I love this 70s look. Let me just get this right out of the way. This makes me laugh. This was a look in the 70s. I was doing a lot of research. I looked at a lot of candid photos, lumberjacks, magazines. This was just a look. Lumberjacks, you know, they wore, you know, their plaid shirt and then the tightest, smallest jean shorts that they could find. That's just a look. So I thought I better lean into that for Hank. He's a lumberjack, and I thought I guess this is what lumberjacks looks like in the 70s. Anyway, it's been great to hang out, everyone. Yeah, it's taken a lot of work. It's taken a lot of coordination, and it's, you know, no one's perfect. No one can keep developing it at full speed, you know, forever. But you do what you can. You hang in there. There's so much support from everyone around the world. That's really encouraging. I really do appreciate it. All right. Take care, everyone. It's been great. Be well. We'll see you in the Discord, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. See you, everyone. Thanks again for a great stream. We'll see you around.